This is Dougie TV, guys. A big welcome back to some NHL trade talk on the channel. Of course, if you've been scrolling Twitter, it has been a wild west of rumors for the past 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, ever since that Galchenyuk and Max Domi deal. Well, now we've got another major one, and I am going to break it down for you with some stats and some comparisons. Calgary and Carolina have swung a deal. No, it is not Jeff Skinner going to Calgary. Instead, Hanifin and Elias Lindholm will head on north, 3 hours south of my favorite arena in the NHL, Rogers Place, to go play at the Scotiabank Saddledome. So let's get right into it. This is Dougie TV. Like I mentioned, if you guys are all about the NHL trade talk, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Try and talk a little bit of free agents once July 1st is upon us. So what we need to do right now is break down what's going on. Michael Ferland, Dougie Hamilton, and Adam Fox, the prospect for the Calgary Flames, heading back to Carolina in exchange for Elias Lindholm and, of course, Noah Hanifin. Big trade. Like, these are two young core pieces of Carolina out of the door. Okay? So that's where we're going. And, I mean, Michael Ferland, kind of that, he's that old-timey kind of guy, right? That grinder that you throw up on the top line, makes space for the big boys and gets it done, right? Sean Monahan and Johnny Gaudreau really benefited a lot in the past couple of seasons from having Michael Ferland up there with them, and now he's gone, but now they've got Elias Lindholm, and suddenly Johnny Hockey looks like he's got some help to score some goals. Sean Monahan will do the Monahan thing, don't worry about it. And coming back, you're exchanging Dougie Hamilton for Noah Hanifin. Let's talk about those two first. That's actually where I want to begin. Dougie Hamilton, 25 years old. Now, to understand Dougie Hamilton and where the Flames are coming from, we have to look at his stats right now. 42, 43, 50, 44. That's his point totals over the past 4 seasons in the NHL. 1 of those with the Boston Bruins. 3 of those with the Calgary Flames. Crazy enough for you? That's some good point totals out of defenseman, and his lowest point total in half a season in the NHL, so projected over a full season would have been 32 points. That's not bad. 16 in 42 games in his rookie year with the Boston Bruins, then 25 in 64. Well, let's take a look at what Noah Hanifin's doing in the NHL. Now, he is only 21 years old. He's been playing since he was 18. That's the crazy number you need to be aware of. He's played no less than 79 games in a season in his 3-year career in the NHL. Okay, 22 points rookie season, 29 points sophomore season, and man, oh man, that junior season, 32 points. Okay, that's not bad. But remember, he is ahead of Dougie Hamilton by quite a large step. 16, 25, 31, 73. 73 points in his first 3 seasons. And Noah Hanifin has put up 83. Okay? 83 points. So Noah Hanifin outperforming Dougie Hamilton by 10 points at this point of his career. As a defenseman, 21 years old, first round pick, number 5 overall in the 2015 NHL entry draft. So right there, you want to look at that as a 1-for-1 piece puzzle of this trade. I believe the Calgary Flames 100% the winners on that 1-for-1 swap out. Now the question is, where does Adam Fox come into this? Because Adam Fox is kind of that chip that got these two guys here in exchange for Ferland and Dougie Hamilton. Well, to understand that, we have to understand what Ferland does. Like I mentioned off the top, talking about Ferland, he is that key cog in the wheel kind of on the top line with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan most times of the season. Well, Michael Ferland, maximum point total in 4 NHL seasons is 41 points. Of course, now at 26, so this was his 26-year-old season. 41 points, half a point per game as a grinder on the top line. Not a bad outcome for him. 20 goals, career high, or 20 assists, 21 goals, career highs in both. That is good numbers. So it may look like Calgary overpaid before we talk about Adam Fox, but realistically, Michael Ferland, don't stick him with the best guys. I don't think he puts up 41 points or 21 goals in a season, right? So Michael Ferland looks to be a good chip to give away. If you're a GM. As a fan, maybe not. But we'll remain to see. That's what I like. The speculation of what could be going one way or the other. So now we have to talk about Adam Fox, and then we'll bring it back around to talk about the man himself, Elias Lindholm, who is that upfront piece now that the Calgary Flames have traded away two key cogs in the wheel. Adam Fox, a big-time defenseman, small guy, unsigned at this point, 5'11", 181 pounds. Okay, not bad. And you see at Harvard University, he has put up 28 points in 29 games, 40 points in 35 games, and with the U.S. national team in 15-16, he put up 59 points in 64 games played. Not bad, okay? That's realistically not bad totals for a young American kid, as a defenseman especially. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of happens here with Adam Fox and the Carolina Hurricanes. He is unsigned, so keep that in mind as the Carolina Hurricanes try to rebuild their core a couple years down the road. Noah Hanifin gone, Dougie Hamilton, and Adam Fox in. Is it going to work? We'll find out. Because now we get the chance to talk about it and then wrap it all up again. So Elias Lindholm has played in the NHL since 2013-2014. Now, Carolina, just like in 15, selected 5th overall first round in 13. That pick, Elias Lindholm. So they trade away 2 top 5 picks within one trade. You either know you've failed for a lot of years or you've done some really good stuff to get those picks. Carolina just failing. So Carolina, in his first season with them, Lindholm had 21 points in 58 games played. He was a minus 14. I can't remember what Carolina was like back then, but I imagine pretty rough after coming off a top 5 pick the year previous. Then all of a sudden, the next year he picks it up 39 points. Next year he follows that up with 39 points. 45 in 16-17, 44 in 17-18 on that woolly Carolina Hurricanes team that picked second in the NHL entry draft this year in Dallas. So, okay, you want to do the comparison? I think you really want to hear this from my mouth because I want to hear it out loud myself. Michael Ferland, the grinder man for the Calgary Flames on the top line, can put up 41 points with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan. Give a centerman the chance to play on the wing with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan at times. This is going to be a similar situation, I imagine, to what the Edmonton Oilers have done with Leon Draisaitl. He's a winger, he's a centerman, he's both. So give Elias Lindholm some own line time when he struggles, let him generate with some other teammates, never bad to mesh the lineup around, and then when he's going hot and he's got that stick to shoot, you stick him up there with Monahan and Gaudreau and say, turn them loose, boys. You're over the bench more times than I can count this game. And I imagine it's a 70-75 point season upcoming for Elias Lindholm in this 5-player trade that sees him sent to Calgary and just made the Battle of Alberta a lot more of a gun show between Monahan, Gaudreau, and Lindholm. Hanifin on the back end against, if the Oilers keep Clefbaum, Nuge, McDavid, Ratty, or Draisaitl, whoever you want to throw on the right side, because I'm comfortable with whoever they have up there. As long as Nuge and McDavid are together, somebody's going to be scoring goals, and it ain't going to be the opposing team when that line's on the ice, guys. So, the trade, one more time to break it down. Elias Lindholm, the 23-year-old from Boden, Sweden, with Noah Hanifin, the 21-year-old defenseman, to the Calgary Flames from the Carolina Hurricanes for Dougie Hamilton, Adam Fox, and Michael Ferland. Calgary Flames give up 2 lineup bodies. Carolina gives up 2 lineup bodies. And Carolina gets an unsigned college draft pick that could potentially be one of the most steadfast Noah Hanifin type defensemen they have for the near future. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this trade talk here on Dolany TV. Hope I brought it down and broke it down enough for me to understand so you could understand it anyway, guys. I'm Tyson, this Dolany TV. I am up on Oda here.